We have a friend that has just moved back into Saskatchewan and they need some help getting set up with a new bank account. So they informed us that they want to do their banking with the Northwest Bank of Canada. He's also given us some information about what he estimates his banking activities to be every month. So if we'll just quickly have a look at those. He expects to write 4 checks a month, 12 debit purchases a month. He expects to pay 3 bills online, and he estimates that he will withdraw money from an ATM that is not associated with the Northwest Bank of Canada. So he might be at a CIBC or a Royal Bank or somewhere else. So we went online and we found the Northwest Bank of Canada service package table, and we can see that they offer 4 different packages: the value account, the self-service account, the full service account, and the bonus savings account. So we're just going to go through each one of these packages one at a time and calculate what his estimated monthly banking fees will come out to. And one last piece of information that he's given us is he says he's a big spender. Every work check he gets, he likes to spend most of it. So he said he'll never have a balance of over $1,000. So we'll just quickly write that up here in our information. So his balance will always be smaller than $1,000. And that's important because a lot of banks will require you to maintain a minimum monthly balance if you want any discounts at all. So let's have a look at the table here, and we'll look at our first piece of information. He estimates he's going to be writing 4 checks in a month. So we look, and our checks are right here. So we're going to start with the value account, and we're just going to write the number 4 here. That will represent he's going to write 4 checks. Then the next piece of information is there are 12 debit purchases, and if we see down here, debit purchases also fall under the transactions covered by this monthly fee of $3.90. So we'll just put the number 12 down there. And he's going to be paying 3 bills online. He's got bill payments there, so we'll represent that with the number 3. And now we look, he's going to be withdrawing funds from an ATM that is not associated with his bank, and he's going to be doing 2 of those. And we go down, it says non-Northwest Bank of Canada withdrawals from an ATM are $1.50 each, so he's going to have 2 of those. So now that we have the information marked on the table, it's a matter of just calculating it now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add up the amount of transactions he's going to have in 1 month. And so we have 12 plus 3 plus 4. That's going to come out to 19 transactions. And then he also has these 2 bank of or non-Northwest Bank of Canada ATM withdrawals at $1.50 each. That's going to come out to $3. So in our first value account package here, it's going to get 10 self-service transactions covered. We'll take that away from his total of 19. That means he's going to have 9 transactions that will not be covered. So we look here now at the charge for additional transactions that aren't covered. All of his are self-service, and so we're going to be using the 50 cents per transaction. We have 9 transactions times 50 cents each. That's going to give us a total of $4.50 extra per month. Take his total for the non-Northwest Bank of Canada ATM withdrawals, which is $3 per month, and then we're going to add the monthly fee on top of these to get a total monthly charge that the bank will be charging him. So he will be charged $11.45 if he decides to go with the value account. So now we're going to calculate the self-service account package. If you look, there's a little add-on here where it says students and youth under 18 save 50% on the monthly fee. So that's good news for your friend who is 17 years old. That means this self-service account has now been halved to $5.45. Once again, we look that the fees are waived if your friend maintains $1,500 in his bank account. Well, we already know that he likes to spend money, and so that is not going to apply because he will always have less than that in his bank account. Now we've previously calculated that all his transactions equal up to 19, and so if we look here, we are allowed 25 self-service transactions in this package, so we have that covered. So that means that there will be no charge for an additional transaction not covered by the monthly fee. But he still has his two non-NWB of Canada ATM withdrawals, and those are at $1.50 each for a total of $3 per month. And we have a monthly fee of $5.45 plus $3 of the non-bank ATM withdrawals for a monthly total of $8.45. Moving on to the full service account, we see that there's a monthly charge, a monthly fee of $24.50. Once again, the fee waive does not apply here because he will never have $2,000 or more in his bank account. He gets 40 self-service or teller-assisted transactions per month, and we know that he only needs 19. So that means he will not be charged for additional transactions. And see here that is not charged for any non-Northwest Bank of Canada ATM withdrawals. So that's a 0 as well. So it looks like the only fee there is the monthly fee of $24.50. And looking at the last one, the bonus savings account package, we see that there is no fee, but there are only 2 debit transactions covered, so we know that there's 19 in total. And so we have 19 minus 2, and that leaves 17 transactions that are not covered by this non-monthly fee. So the price has been raised for $1.25 per transaction. So we have $17 times $1.25 per transaction will equal $21.25. And once again, he is not charged anything for his non-Northwest Bank of Canada withdrawals. And then there's something unique down here where you see where it says interest, a daily interest that grows with your balance. So that means the more money he has in his account, the bank will provide or give him money in the form of an interest payment. Now usually these are so small that unless you have $1 million in your account, it's not going to make too much of a difference, but it's just something to be aware of. So if he decides to go with the bonus savings account, it will cost $21.25, and that's approximate because we don't know the daily interest that the bank is willing to pay you on your money. So now we can go back to our friend and recommend that he opens a self-service account, and that will be the cheapest option for him at $8.45 per month.